Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Let me make sure that... Okay, that looks good. We will jump into chat here with Tyler here in 1 second. I was going to ask Tyler if he wanted to watch the Guild Wars faction cinematic. Honestly, maybe we should watch the Prophecies one, because I don't know if he's seen it yet. But I would say the factions one has a slight amount of spoilers. Nothing too bad. But before we jump in, we should go ahead and read the readings for February 16th, 2026. Monday, the 6th week in Ordinary Time. I want to see if we can catch that whale. There it is. So the first reading for today is from James, chapter 1. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes in the dispersion, greetings. Consider it all joy, my brothers and sisters, that you encounter various trials. For you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance be perfect, so you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. But if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives to all generously and ungrudgingly, and he will be given it. But he should ask in faith, not doubting. For the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, that is driven and tossed about by the wind. For that person must not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord, since he is a man of two minds, unstable in all his ways. The brother in lowly circumstances should take pride in high standing, and the rich one in his lowliness. For he will pass away like the flower of the field. For the sun comes up with its scorching heat, and dries up the grass, its flower droops, and the beauty of its appearance vanishes. So will the rich person fade away in the midst of his pursuits. The psalm for today is Psalm 119. Be kind to me, Lord, and I shall live. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I hold to your promise. Be kind to me, Lord, and I shall live. You are good and bountiful. Teach me your statutes. Be kind to me, Lord, and I shall live. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I may learn your statutes. Be kind to me, Lord, and I shall live. The law of your mouth is to me more precious than thousands of gold and silver pieces. Be kind to me, O Lord, and I shall live. I know, O Lord, that your ordinances are just, and in your faithfulness you have afflicted me. Be kind to me, O Lord, and I shall live. Let your kindness comfort me, according to your promise to your servants. Be kind to me, Lord, and I shall live. Alleluia, alleluia. I am the way and the truth and the life, says the Lord. No one comes to the Father except through me. Alleluia, alleluia. The gospel for today is from Mark chapter 8. The Pharisees came forward and began to argue with Jesus, seeking from him a sign from heaven to test him. He sighed from the depth of his spirit and said, Why does this generation seek a sign? Amen, I say to you, no sign will be given to this generation. Then he left them, got into the boat again, and went off to the other shore. The gospel of the Lord. Praise be to you, Lord Jesus Christ. And Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. All right, with that, let's jump into the voice call. I'm going to have to delete this character, but I'm going to remake it in a sense, because this is the new character that I'm doing with Tyler. We're doing Ritualist, but I'm remaking it. Hey Tyler, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing well.
Good. Let me delete this character, and then I'll make the new character for factions. I got there eventually. I know what we're doing today. I was going to ask you... Well, a second, let me start setup for this character. I just wanted to put the name in so I don't forget it. Let me... what I was going to say, we never did watch the Guild Wars Prophecies cinematic. I was curious if you did want to watch that. I would ask about the factions one, but the factions one I would say does actually have a little bit of spoilers. I would say probably shouldn't watch that one. It's not like anything crazy in terms of spoilers, but it probably is at least somewhat noticeable where it's like, maybe not fully advised to do that right away at the very least.
Okay. I'll try to pull it up on Watch Together if I can on Discord.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll go with a very pasty Ritualist just because that's kind of, you know, since they kind of had the whole spirits thing, I think that makes sense for them in a sense. That should be fine. I like this one, but the whole... I don't know. Hmm.
Oh, is the Melanders thing not showing up properly on your screen?
No, it's not, which is interesting. I wasn't gonna do either. I mean, like, Dooms I could technically do, but I think I'll just not do that, because it's like, you know... I mean, I guess I could. Go ahead, sorry.
It does show up on my end properly, so I'm not sure what's going on with you.
That is interesting, then. Yeah, I mean, the Melanders one I'm not gonna do. I'll go ahead and do Dooms. Because, like, that one doesn't matter. I can keep playing the character.
Yeah. I'm considering whether I want to do it or not, because it would block me out of customizing heroes, but I didn't do that much anyways on my previous character, so...
I would get, if you're playing your Elementalist to be more of your main, I'd say it probably really can't hurt.
Yeah, I guess I could switch to my Elementalist if I have issues with Melanger's Accord, so I'll make it that.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense. Yeah, I did press create. I probably should have told you that.
I also did, because I didn't think about it.
It's easy to not think about.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no dialogue at the moment. Interesting. Unless are you getting dialogue for the opening cutscene?
No, just the music.
Interesting.
And the text at the bottom.
Yeah. It's definitely telling us, obviously, there's the greatest living hero of Kantha, Master Togo. The ritualist known as Master Togo. Oh, hold on. Gotta fix one quick thing.
Yeah, I'm slightly behind you then.
That's fair. I need to check one quick thing. I need a lurk in Zerg's thing. But yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to take a quick pause real quick, do you want to look at the... Actually, why don't we do the opening the opening, and then we can take a look at the Prophecies cinematic.
Okay.
That probably makes more sense in this instance, honestly.
Yeah. Are we doing the instructor?
No, we're just gonna go right. We're gonna go right. We've played the game now, unless you think that unless you want to, because they might. So the only reason I'm considering it, I know you were saying they didn't explain some of the mechanics as well as they could have in Prophecies. I'm curious if they did go ahead and address that here. Is that something you'd be interested in, or do you just want to skip straight past it?
They don't explain anything really. I've done this before both ways, so...
Then we'll go ahead and skip straight past it. Alright. I just figured to ask, because it's been a while since I've started a Factions character.
Yeah. They go over using skills, which obviously we know in, like, attacking things and death and resurrection.
Right.
And maybe drops, but that's about it.
Yeah, so nothing much, and they were probably still feeling their way out for Factions, honestly. Because, as we've established, for Prophecies, they were trying to push PvP. In a sense, they're still trying to push PvP for this, because of faction battles, alliance battles, and then some of the other stuff. And then, by Nightfall, they weren't not pushing it nearly as much, so...
Yeah. Well, even in modern times, the first skill update was a PvP one, I think.
That's true, yeah. They did update more than just that, but PvP was the focus, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to, we can do that real quickly.
I'm not sure if you have a good way to show it on stream.
Yeah,
With
I can.
the Discord thing or something.
With the Discord thing? Yeah, if you give me 30 seconds, let me pop into looking at your sharing that. Stream build? No. Just trying to remember how to even get there. Share your screen? No. I think you have to share yours, unless you want me to share my screen.
It's an activity thing, so I think if you click on the watch together thing next to my name on Discord, it might work.
There it is. Let me get it set up. We might have to pause it here for a second. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm going to window capture.
Okay. It looks like it's working on my end. Or
Yeah.
on stream.
Yeah, I'm just making it look a little... There we go. That should be fine. Oh, mostly fine. Hold on. Give me 30 seconds. And go ahead.
Okay.
When I was a young girl, my father fought in the Guild Wars. He gave up his life, keeping our home safe. Because of his sacrifice, I grew up to know the meaning of the word peace. But now, a new threat rises from the west. A malevolence that seeks to destroy all my father fought for. I know not the name of this evil. Soon, though, it will know mine. The days of peace are over.
So I do like the cinematic trailer, but the more I'm watching, I'm going, man, that really has nothing to do with Guild Wars at all, does it?
Yeah, at best it's like some mix of gargoyles and the Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
And then the dragon at the end, but I don't recognize that like demonic looking thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the most that I recognize for an enemy is the dragon, and that was about it. So it was probably like an earlier build if I had to take a wild guess for that, and it's, yeah. Just fascinating to me. Let's see, what do I have?
Yeah, I guess it also explained attributes, like when we level up.
Yeah.
The tutorial that we skipped.
That's true. But yeah, the factions one, I would say, does play more into it, but I don't know if it's really a spoiler, but it feels like it's a spoiler, so I do think that one is best left for later, honestly.
Okay.
It just told me you arrived. Welcome. Let's see, the spirits tell me that Professor Guy is ready to begin your training in the ritualist arts. It seems some necromancer or other has left us quite a mess to look after. Not that I am surprised. So, alright, looks like for right now, I'm just getting my stuff, and I assume you're getting your stuff as well.
Yeah. I almost wonder if we should wait until we do these 2 quests, because they're, like, kind of independent to join up.
We could, if you wanted to. I'm not opposed to that. I'll go ahead and, yeah, honestly, that's fine. I am going to see if there's any other, quests in here just real quickly, but I'll go ahead and leave real quick, because you're right. I can just pop over with some hero, or, pardon me, henchmen, then
Yeah.
head on back over here.
I think, though, I've done this a few times, and I think, like, the only 2 quests are one by the gate that gives you the, like, henchman tutorial, and then
Mhm.
one that's, like, specific to your job or
That would make
profession or
sense.
whatever.
Yeah, because I seem to remember there being a lot of quests, but I think that's after the 2 you're talking about.
Yeah. Once you, like, meet back up with the Master Togo, you get access to literally every jobs or professions class skill quests to then do each of those to pick a job or
Yeah,
profession
kind of like how it's for
entirely.
prophecies, but more easily laid out because everything's right in front of you,
Hmm.
which is appreciated, mind you. You don't have to go searching. Pardon me. And you can still go
Yeah.
ahead and do all the secondary quests to get all that sweet experience. So it does all work out in the
Yeah.
end.
And you actually get to do, like, all of the quests before you pick a job
Yeah,
instead of, like, one of them.
which is appreciated. It is also interesting that you do just get Resurrection Signet right off the bat, too, honestly.
Yeah. They tutorialized it, so, like, you do get, you don't get to use it in the tutorial, but you get to see it and they talk
Yeah.
about it.
But at the very least, the first 2 quests we get right at the... one of the quests basically levels us halfway to level 2, and I'm assuming the second one will get us level 3, so it should be pretty quick. Like, as is, going from this and Prophecies to Factions, it's a pretty substantial increase for how much experience you get, how rapidly, honestly.
Yeah. You get a decent amount more in combat increasing just because of the fact that you're probably alone and not in a large group, but
That's
other
true.
than that, XP is very scarce,
Yeah.
relatively speaking, of course. It's
Right.
fine for... We were never underleveled,
No, yeah.
but...
Whereas for Factions, we definitely will be, which is why we're doing all the quests.
Mhm.
I will say, it's nice to have more competent henchmen even going into this already, so, which is interesting to note, honestly. Yeah, I think you're right. We should just go ahead and set up the base primary quest, and then we'll jump together. That's what I'm trying to say. I can speak English, I promise.
Because basically, if we were to be grouped together right now, what would happen is we would do the ritualist one, and then the warrior one, or like warrior then ritualist, and then when we met back up, we would still have to do warrior again and ritualist again if we wanted to maximize XP.
That's true, because we're so that's fair.
We're already doing one of them each twice, so we shouldn't make it 2 twice.
That's fair, yeah. I will say I'll be slightly sad if they make it so. What am I thinking? They do add the Reforged mode basically like a week after, kind of like they did last time for factions. Yeah. I don't think they will though, just because it's still in beta for Prophecies, so I don't think they do it to their campaigns yet, honestly.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just like allow you to like make a Reforged non-Prophecies character, because they're starting to add changes that are like post-searing, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Just feels like they want to get that more hammered out first, but I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I know, obviously, being in a school is a Japanese trope, but I do kind of like it for this, honestly.
This is my first time making a warrior here, though, so I'm surprised at how... I forgot how close the second warrior quest was to Sume Village.
Oh, is it? Yeah, because I would say for Ritualist, I wouldn't say it's like crazy far, but it is a little bit of a walk.
Yeah, it's probably half the distance from the second village.
That's fair, because I would say it looks like it's Wayne. I'd assume it's Wayne Ga for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just walked past him and I'm like, oh, that looks like a warrior.
Yeah, I'm talking to Master Togo now, so I'm a little bit ahead of you.
That's fair. As I say, the level 6s here, I forgot just how much they kind of hurt. Admittedly, I probably should have bought slightly better armor, but it's fine. I haven't died yet, so.
Mm-hmm. That's actually like one of my main concerns now that I've decided on being Melanders is how am I going to get armor in this zone?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I was gonna say you're probably gonna really have to rely on uh salvage kits, honestly, because it's like I hadn't thought about that. So that will be
Yeah,
interesting now that you mention it.
because like if it was just weapons and I could buy armor with just gold or like monastery credits,
Hmm.
that would be kind of okay. But
This does,
weapons are the only thing the credits are good for. Weapons and all the random
yeah.
crafting and bags.
If I could give you like the drops I find too, I'd do that, but they don't even allow that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Which
that
I think
would
that
be blatant cheating.
well, I mean, if I just find him, not like if I pull it from my inventory, but that would be
Yeah.
a lot of programming to do, honestly. So it's like, fair.
Hmm. I think you actually used to be able to, but they intentionally patched it out.
I could see that. That makes
Like
sense.
it was like if you waited long enough, drops became public, and they
Right.
didn't need to depublicize them.
That's true. Yeah.
One thing that is kind of interesting with this is I'm reading through like the speak with all the headmasters things, and
Hmm.
they introduce Kurziks and Luxons already.
They do. They do it pretty early, which I'm impressed by, honestly. Pardon me. Because like Lucas is just a Kurzik, but it's like it's still interesting, as you said, to see them set it up.
Hmm.
So now I gotta go meet with Master Togo. That's fine. I'll buy some better armor while I'm over that way. I do really like the music for factions too. It might be my overall. I think I've said it might be my overall favorite of the games. But I definitely like tracks from each one. It's like, ooh, I do really like that one. Yeah, it does look like a lot of the quests have opened up. Oh, right. Forgot about that. There we go. Really? Oh, there's 3 different armors. Fair enough. All right. Oh. I think I found a glitch. I cannot access my storage. Oh, right,
what?
you have to pay. You have to pay for it. I forgot.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
I'm
the
looking. It's like,
material storage is a separate
yeah,
purchase.
yeah. I forgot about that until I was doing that. It's like, oh, I've been buying a couple extra inventory slots, especially since they're on sale at the moment. So it's like, may as well. And it's like, oh, that's right. You have to pay for both of them. I can't
At
really be
first I
upset.
thought I somehow infected your account.
That'd be funny, honestly. That would be funny. Unintentional melandrews.
I'm not sure if it's getting to level 3 or just like completing your main profession or what,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, now that once you return to the city and you can grab some generic quests, like making a belt pouch.
That's fair. I mean, I was gonna say, honestly, just getting the belt pouch for free is appreciated, unless it requires materials. Even then, it's still appreciated, mind you. 'Cause the materials are pretty cheap these days, truth be told. Okay, let me head into talk to Master Togo. I haven't done that quite yet.
Okay.
I'll kick Lucas, because he is not needed for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. I do really like the world building for factions too, honestly. I just find that I do find the whole world very pretty. Definitely like they had a fair amount of respect for what they were trying to imitate, in a sense. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to choose for my secondary. That's the main question I have at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to think about that.
The good news is that this one lets you switch it a lot sooner, and you're not like locked into skill quest based stuff.
That's true. It is a lot more... It's a lot sooner, as you said. Which I appreciate, for sure. Oh, well,
Instead of
yeah.
skill quests, they just give you skill points as well, and so
Yeah.
and a lot more money. So you just buy the things you want.
Fair. But yeah, I guess I should grab all these while I'm here.
I just realized armor collectors might be how I get my armor.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. I hadn't thought about that, but that does make sense.
I might be stuck with like this 25 armors to start with for a while, but at least have something, some
You will.
method may know
Yeah.
it'll work.
Yeah, as I say, at least it works somewhat well for you, since, you have better armor than I would have. Because it's like,
Yeah, warriors.
yeah. So at least you got that going for you. Alright, let me grab the other quests while I'm in here. There's like at least 2 more quests, if not another 1 or 2.
Yeah, there's 2 that I know of that become available right now.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if there might be some over in the Merchant Square over here, or the, next to the, whatchamacallit, up top. I'll find out. I'll look over there in a second, I guess. But yeah, at least we can go ahead and do all of the secondary quests while we're out there. That'll probably be enough alone to get us both to level 5, and then we can take all the secondary quests afterwards. Where's the shop engine? There we go. Yeah, it does look like those are mainly the 9 quests available, because I don't see anything from over there currently, so...
Mm-hmm.
I would say, why don't we do the Ritualist and Warrior one first, so we can get those both out of the way, and then we can start doing the same ones afterwards. So Ritualist is pretty close, so we can just do that one right now.
Yeah.
I just figured it made more sense to get the ones that we've already done out of the way, and then we can, you know, do all the other ones while we're here, so...
Mm-hmm. One second, I'm thinking potentially being ranger with a pet to have like 2 tanks, but
That's fine.
if I ever want to be a ranger, I need to level an animal. Or want to
That's
be
true,
a
yeah.
master. I'm guessing a lot of Melandru characters are gonna have the Melandru stalker or a tiger or
I would
whatever
assume so, just...
equivalent is in
Yeah,
Nightfall.
probably, yeah. At least give yourself a little something to work with. I'd imagine so. Man, I can't wait till I can give you a Splinter Weapon. That's such a nice, honest weapon spell, honestly. Brutal Weapon isn't bad, but compared to Splinter Weapon, there's a... Yeah.
A sword drop.
That might be the last one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Ranger one is close by, so we could go do that real quickly. Or the Elementalist one.
The rabbit cages over here.
Okay. I'd say the Elementalist one is right over here too, so we can do that one while we're here. Because, like, may as well do both at the same time, just save us a little bit of time when we can.
Yeah. Well, the Elementalist one goes in a completely different direction from
Oh, does
everything
it?
else. So,
Unfortunate.
yeah, it goes due south to the water. None of them really go the same direction, though
Fair.
a lot of them are, like, shorter than this.
Fair. But we're right here, so we can do... The Elementalist one isn't, like, you know, an awful. So,
Yeah.
just cover it while we're here. will say it is interesting to see how much easier it is at the moment, because I know once we hit Kining, it cranks at 10 pretty fast, honestly.
Yeah. The issue is just that they expect you to go like up a weapon tier and up like 5 levels per section.
Yeah.
You can go a lot higher in this first section, but after that, they don't give you the time you need.
Yeah. They really don't. They basically just throw you into it and expect you to figure it out for yourself from that point.
You get like 4 quests per section or something.
Yeah. Definitely much more quest in between each mission, as opposed to Prophecies. Sometimes that was the case, but most of the time it was mission to mission.
Yeah, if there was a quest, it was like 1 or
Yeah.
2.
And then typically like 3 quests in a row, or pretty close to in a row. Okay, so Pinejang Peninsula. What one's the ritualist again?
Well, we've both done Ritualist now, so...
I'm sorry, I did say ritualist. I meant ranger.
It's Sujin, I think, which
okay.
should be the last one on your list. That's
Yeah.
not tracked down.
Yeah. For the most part, that's true. Talon Silverwing is slightly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, you don't have that anymore because you already did that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should be a good way to get us probably like to level 7 real quick. Oh, there's a Mesmer one to our right too. Neat.
Yeah.
Or
The Mesmer
monk
one is by far the longest.
Fair.
Monk is very short.
Fair.
Oh sweet, I can swap out Comfort Animal with this.
Nice.
We've already cleared out the few enemies that were here.
Yeah. I'm not sure why we're free. Sorry.
Yeah. There are some quest-specific enemies, like at this one, Kappas.
Yeah, there was a couple of those in Prophecies too. I was going through pre-searing again, and like that apple cage. Give the apples to what's her face is one that spawns more spiders after you pick up the apples, which was interesting.
Okay.
It's not like anything too crazy, but like, yep, that is there all right.
I never realized that they were quests associated. I just thought that they placed the apples where more spawn. But
Fair.
that makes sense too.
Yeah.
This one in particular has this random level 6 that's like way higher level than everything else in the zone.
Which is interesting since we've already had to deal with level 6s at this point already. Which is kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, I am surprised we're just, freeing the rabbits, because we could go ahead and eat them ourselves, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I think, actually, if you pay attention to the, like, text, it's revealed that the rabbits are actually being captured by the next ranger teacher, who's, like, using them as bait for the yetis that we fight or something.
Oh.
Which is... a bit ironic that they're working against each other.
It is. It kind of seems like a lot of the instructors on this island do that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then like I think a lot of the second trainers, but not some of the trainers. Some of the first trainers are henchmen later. Like I know Talon Silverwing is for sure.
Yeah, he's like, I've seen online, apparently he's a well-known, like, sort of joke or meme that you bring him.
He might
Because
be,
he's
but
like a beloved
but
character.
I could see he might be, but I do love Talon Silverwing. I just like his personality.
Mhm. I've
Kind of like
also
with.
read
Go ahead, sorry.
online how like diseases apparently only transfer if you have the same like race, and
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
players don't get to take advantage of it, but henchmen and heroes do, and he's one of them.
He is, exactly, because it's like, yeah. There's like a few, because obviously a Sarah, Dwarf, and well, I don't want to spoil that one, but it's like there's a couple others too. So yes, that is very true.
Yeah, a lot of the ones from uh, what's it called? Not the Eye of the North
Mhm.
heroes are some of the best, as well as Mox at
Yeah,
avoiding stuff.
they really are, honestly, which is makes sense because it's like obviously it was the first time for heroes for Nightfall, and then they got it down basically exactly where they needed by the time of Eye of the North. So as I said, if you want, we can fight a level 12 while we're here.
Oh yeah, the Red Yeti.
Yeah, shouldn't be too bad, honestly.
Yeah, theoretically.
Theoretically.
I can just play defense while you guys
Yeah.
attack him mostly.
That's true. Oh, the Sensalia Assassin does not need to be here, though. I'll be honest about that.
Ooh,
There we go.
5 tan hide is your
Hey, I was gonna say, that'll be something you can use, at least.
Yeah.
Only downside is it's not iron.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can use tanned hide, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, if you could trade, like, stuff that you found, like the Tanned Hide squares for something else, that'd be nice.
Yeah, some sort of, like... Since I'm not sure if every crafting material is used by every class.
Right. I don't think it is, but yeah.
I know that there are some weird ones, like the Char hide uses fur-based stuff, while most warriors use metal stuff.
That's true. As I say, I don't remember there being an Elite Char hide set, but there might be. I can't remember now.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think that that would be an Ascalon, but I think if there is one, it's not, so...
Yeah. I would be surprised if there are any elites in Ascalon.
Yeah.
Because just the city doesn't... There's nowhere that's, like, high level, really, that is a town.
Yeah. That is true. As I said, unless they add in some more, armor later on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said, since they're adding stuff, it's like... But considering Pike and Square hasn't gotten a second update yet, I don't think they'll do any more content currently until that happens. Because they're definitely obviously hinting at Pike and Square, but we just haven't seen anything with it yet, so...
I guess so. There's not really much to do in any spot in pre-searing, though, yet.
Yeah. That's true. I just meant since...
Missing is, like, a merchant and quests.
Yeah, I am surprised there is no merchant there, because it's like, that one's a pretty easy one to add. The quest one, I can understand them wanting to test that one to make sure it's fine. That one I get entirely.
Ooh, a key as well. I'm getting all the good drops, which is good.
It is good. Let's say you do need them the most in this instance, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
If I get some golds later on, that'll be enough for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Just want to keep working away at those titles.
If I get enough of it, ironically, though, I think the Feathered Scalp might be one of the better drops for me because 3 of those probably becomes some armor.
Oh, that makes sense. I was about to say, I'll give you mine. It's like, can't do that. So, never
Yeah.
mind.
Unless they just, like, add a merchant that regular lets you buy crafting materials without using player-owned
Yeah, which,
materials.
as I said, if you could, like, trade materials, I think that would be a good mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, we'll see. Alright, I guess we'll do the monk one while we're here, because it's close by.
Okay. Did we skip over the warrior one at some point?
Well, the warrior one should be right here, too, because we haven't done it yet. But
Okay.
should be... Where is Talon Silverwing, actually?
I
Hold
just
on.
don't know where he is. I
Yeah,
thought he was closer to, like, the ranger.
He looks like he's a little further out, still.
Okay. Actually, yeah, that does make sense. I have this area searched, so it makes sense that I went here.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny we're supposed to be, like, healing, but one of the better strategies is just to kill the warrior first.
It is, yeah. Which is just honestly, because like basically we just straight up kill a, oh, he comes back, never mind. Alright,
Yeah.
it's all good. I'm not gonna lie,
I
even if...
know how to use resurrection magic.
Yeah. I'll be honest, there was a slight hesitance. Even if it's just a video game, it's like, I don't know if I really just want to straight up kill this guy for having done nothing. But knowing that he comes back now, it's like, Alright, now we can go on to Talon Silverwing, because he's just right over here.
Okay, yeah.
There's still the other Necromancer and... What's the other one? Assassin.
Assassin.
Yeah. I had to think about
The
it for a
assassin
second.
one is... Assassin and Ritualist actually are some of the more convenient ones, because
Oh, are they?
they don't go very far into the... They just go to the peninsula, while most other areas are, like, in the far northwest area.
Fair.
Warrior being a third exception that I didn't think about until now.
Fair. Oh. That's right, we just gotta duel him? Okay. Sorry, buddy. This is not gonna go, quite how you imagine it's gonna go. Okay. I know I just saw Jinzo. So we can do his...
Both directly southeast of here.
Yeah. Jinzo's are just slightly closer.
Also convenient because it's the same thing as the Ritualist one where you just fight 5 things here as they
That is pretty
spawn.
convenient. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's basically just the Ritualist one a second time.
Yeah. Or the Ritualist is this one, but the other time.
That's true. Good point, yeah. That's true, yeah.
Don't worry, I've got a better sword already.
Yeah. I can make it do a little bit more damage too, so... I do like the fact that they do mention for the assassin, just like, yeah, well, eventually when you kill somebody, it's going to be somebody's mother, husband, or son. It's like, you do need to take into account your actions, too, so... I do appreciate that, honestly. Not enough... A lot of people play into the edginess of assassins and not actual, like, how you have responsibilities, so I do appreciate that. Remember quickly, rank coups take... Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. One thing that's also funny to me is ritualists and assassin, the way that they, at least early on in the story, they're explained that, like, the assassins work for the ritualists, basically, which puts the ritualist on sort of a pedestal
That, yeah.
over assassin.
I forgot about that, honestly. I don't think it's brought up a super amount, so it's easy to forget about.
Yeah. I think it's just on the island where it's like the leaders are ritualists, like Master Togo's a ritualist, and the secondary guy in the missions is also a ritualist, and so on.
That would make sense. At least this one's pretty close too, so we got that going for us.
Yeah, most of them aren't long, it's just that Mesmer and Elementalist are the exception at the start, and then a lot of them on the second half have some long journey.
That's true.
I know
Hey, Bob.
Necromancer and Assassin and
Yeah.
Monk. Monk's is especially long, but there's no direct fighting.
Oh, that's fair then. Hey, Father Tricky, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good night. So I will say that factions in particular, probably because of, good, I'm glad to hear that. Probably because of, Canton New Year, or no, Dragon Festival. But then things are going well for us. We're just starting our new characters. We finished Prophecies, so we have moved on from the European-themed content to the Asian-themed content now. So we're just taking place in, Japan. That was Japan, not Japan, because it's definitely China, Japan, other parts of Asia, but I would definitely say China and Japan are the two most influential for factions.
Or Jana.
Jana works too, yeah. There's other influences too, but I do appreciate it. And I was just thinking that doing factions in particular, because I know that one year when, the Dragon Festival was going on, that was the year that I started watching Gurren Lagann, actually, so I have specific memories of watching all of Gurren Lagann while playing Guild Wars factions. A little bit of Death Note as well. So it's just something I kind of forgot about until right now. It's like, oh no, that was actually absolutely a thing that I did.
Ooh, a hammer.
I'd say it's good to have a couple spare weapons for you just in case you decide you don't want to do sword and board, honestly.
Yeah, I wish I would get a shield though.
Yeah, that would be nice.
No, I could buy a sword and a shield for 5 credits each at some point.
Right.
But not yet.
Yeah, but that's not too bad. That looks like your tiger is... Okay.
Yeah, that was my own fault. I accidentally started to attack them.
That makes sense.
I saw it happening and I was like, I don't know how to stop this.
Fair. I think you can if you go into, like, their control, but it's hard from that point. But yeah, I definitely remember staying up until, like, 4 in the morning, playing Guild Wars factions and watching Gurren Lagann. Oh, man. Just going back to that time. I kind of miss that time, honestly, in a sense. I don't get to go ahead and do what I want these days. I have to be an adult and stuff.
Yeah. I think at this point, Appearance of the Naga might be a good next quest because it stays in this first area after
Okay.
we do it.
We can do that then. Hey there, Hope. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, we can talk to Sister Choji. Because admittedly, we don't have like a lot of time left, so we can definitely do this one real quickly.
I didn't even notice.
I didn't until now either, because it's just... I just looked over because I was curious. Honestly, I wish we had more time, honestly, but at least we have Sundays and Mondays. And then, obviously, Sundays we can get a fair amount more in. And this is still technically the tutorial, so it makes sense. Say, let me actually empty my inventory. I was realizing I have too much. Oh, a lot of this I can just get... Good, I'm glad to hear that, Hope. We are just starting off on playing Guild Wars Factions, so we've started new characters. This is probably going to be one of the main ones that I run, because I had a ritualist. I just deleted it at the start of the stream, because I did want something a little... I guess not more potent, but just... I just wanted to remake the character, so I did that. So that's where we are currently, would be a good way to put it. So I basically just remade the character and changed the last name. I used to use Sheerwood a lot, and I still don't dislike the name for like my D&D characters and stuff, but I just wanted to go for something a little different, so I deleted a character that I've had for probably like 20 years. It hurt a little bit, but at the same time it's like, well, if I'm not going to use them, and I'm planning to start a new ritualist, I probably should just go ahead and delete the character and start again, honestly. And I am running no death mode at the moment. It's a little different than other games, because if you do die, you do get to keep the character. You just lose the little thing next to your name.
Badge that you lose.
Yeah. You can't even see it on your character unless you press H, is what I'm noticing.
Yeah, well, I usually think of it as clicking on the list on the right, but yeah. You need to self-target somehow.
Yeah. That makes sense too. I hadn't even thought about that. That's a good point. So apparently fans are trying to get Adam Sandler to play a character in One Piece, and honestly he would not be an awful fit. So I'm kind of down for that, but there's another character that has pretty close ties to that character, so I'm hoping that they get Kevin James to play the other character, because they're friends in real life and they're friends in One Piece as well, up to a certain point. So I figured it would be kind of a little funny wink and a nod to get them to both do those characters, honestly. Because people are trying to get him to play Kizaru, so...
Are you using like /bonus for your weapons again? Or...
I have not yet. I've been taking to not doing that. I could, but honestly, it's kind of fun to not do that, honestly. I've been messing around.
I got this channeling staff and I can't really use it, so you might be able to use it better than me.
I would appreciate that then, thank you. Yeah, I'll grab that. I gotta grab a identification kit still. I forgot about that till now.
Oh my gosh. I was using my healing signet, but that was a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is the downside to healing signet.
Yeah. I'm like hoping that I get targeted, but not that hard.
Right.
And they do seem to be ignoring me a lot now.
I'd agree with that, yeah. Ow, that hurt. Ah, because of the Naga Witch. The Naga Witch actually is... Oh, wow, yeah, the Spirit Rift. So I've come to really respect and be terrified of the Spirit Rift. Because if it's like on hard mode or just somebody that has a lot into... I don't remember what it goes into for... I think it's channeling magic. Into Spirit Rift, it just does a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
It also applies cracked armor, which does not happen to help.
Oh man.
Alright, I think that's all of them for that. Yeah, so you just need to see Captain Zingu. Admittedly, we could probably do one of the other ones. Let's see. Which one do you want to do?
Well, a belt pouch is definitely doable. It doesn't have any combat as far as I remember.
Oh yeah, good
We'll
point.
just teleport to Zume and go south from there.
That's right. Let's do that then. Yeah, I completely forgot about that till you mentioned it. Yeah, I was gonna say, if anybody is interested in joining us for factions, you're still welcome to. If you'd like to wait until the next campaign, that's fine too, because the next campaign is an African-themed campaign. Now, I can't think of very many video games that take place in Africa, honestly. Resident Evil 5, and this is it, and Faction, or Nightfall. Technically, obviously, you have some with Guild Wars 2 as well, but since that comes after this, I'm not going to quite include it. Like, I do include it, but...
It's a sequel of a game in Africa that also goes to Africa.
Exactly, yeah. Like, I'm trying to think of anything else, like, not Call of Duty or any of that stuff, because, like, well... I guess I shouldn't include Resident... I don't know. I guess Call of Duty probably has some, but I can't think of any times for Call of Duty, but I also don't play Call of Duty, so, you know. I guess we could do Kai Ying's. This is right over here, too, but we'll do that here in a second.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's the Elementalist, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So it should be just an easy walk in the park. Ah, we gotta take care of the Crimson Skulls. Oh, yeah, and then... Oh, these are all level 3. I thought there was like a level 9 among them. It's like, oh, these guys are actually a little scary. No. I'm probably remembering other Crimson Skulls, which actually are a little scary.
Yeah, there's like these certification things after we pick a secondary profession or something, and those can be legitimately high level.
Yeah.
I tried to make a Doom Ranger here, and just like you're even using like / bonus and having done all of the secondary quests, I was still not prepared enough to not die.
Dang. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that's why I'm really investing into Communion and Spawn Power at the moment, just so because Union is not a bad skill. It basically makes it so we take 15 damage, but the Spirit takes 15 more damage, so it's like, you know, the more I pump into both, the longer it stays alive, so it can eat 15 damage for us.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just wants us to fight everybody here, if I remember correctly, which isn't too bad. Oh,
yeah.
This guy likes jokes. Okay. This is probably Maphack's favorite character, then. Hold on. Oh, we already started? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, so yeah, obviously we don't want to do an audience with Master Togu yet. There's a quest right over there with Farmer and Zen Hao. We can see what he has real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to grab
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I don't forget to...
I've already noticed this quest because it's out in the open.
Yeah. it'd be easy to accidentally miss, so I understand. I don't know if I remember it either, truth be told.
No, we start by going back to the monastery.
Yeah, not surprised. Let's see if there's anything else nearby. Like, I guess we could do the warrior and the ritualist one, because those are both nearby real quickly. So we can get those out of the way. Then we can just focus on the others another time, so at least, you know, get a fair amount of them done, just not all of them quite yet.
There's also Sioux south of here, but
Oh, we can do that too then. Yeah, I didn't realize that one was so close.
yeah. Once we do the warrior one, we'll have no reason to go, like, we'll be going back north, or at least northwest, and so going south now would make sense.
Fair.
Or at least it would not waste time.
Right.
Oh, I just realized the reason I might not be taking damage is because of your spirits. That's like healing me. Or blocking damage.
Yeah, that could be, because as I say, this Union kind of is a really nice skill, not gonna lie. Because it's basically just like a party-wide reversal of fortune instead of just a singular.
Yeah, I remember I've at least tried for the skill unlock quests, Ritualist and Assassin, and I definitely remember liking the ones that spawn spirits for Ritualist.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, honestly. I don't think the damage ones are usually as worth it. I'm not saying they're like bad, but I would say there's the damage prevention and the healing ones probably are where Ritualist really shines. If I had to, you know, if I was asked which one I thought was the best.
Oh, there's a chest here. I can use my key.
Nice. Be careful, those are level 6.
Fight Kappas.
At least one of them's level 6. I don't know if all of them are.
One of them's 1 that I was fighting.
Okay. But I think most of them are 1 if I had to take a guess.
Yeah, it's 3 1s, 1 6. If that number shouting said anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a blade.
Hey, I was gonna say, that's a good start.
Yeah, I can use it without identifying it, and I think it still has its effect. I just don't know what the effect is yet.
Oh, really? I don't think I ever knew that. That's fascinating, honestly.
Yeah, I saw someone mention it online, like how people are able to determine effects just by using it unidentified so that they don't accidentally sell the valuable ones.
Oh, interesting.
But
yeah, I guess I did not happen to be aware of that, so that is interesting to me.
There's an example of a high-level one, the Fang, the skull symbol.
Yeah.
I think he's also a boss, so he's got like regen and stuff.
He definitely is a boss. I'm kind of wondering if we should try it, but I don't want to. At least not until we do the quest. Oh, careful. These guys are gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, Union's up, so I can toss it down now. That's basically what it's just waiting for.
Ooh, a cleaver. I've got
Nice.
one of everything, the hammer, axe, and sword.
Hey, that works.
They do give you starter versions as well, but they're like intentionally weaker than any of the ones that drop from enemies.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're pretty minimal. I guess we do have more time.
Time.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm ready for you to trigger it when you are.
Fair.
Okay.
The Naga filth, wow. You know, they try to go ahead and show you racism is bad in Guild Wars 2, but I don't think they ever address the Naga. Like, like the Centaur, they definitely do show it a little bit. A couple others too. Which admittedly is not a bad message, but it's just interesting to see that here and going, oh, there's,
Yeah.
Alright, let's let, Sue and Kim... Oh, Sue just wants to run... Okay, cool. Alright. I wanted to let Sue and Kim not die, but apparently Sue is like, nah, it's fine. We're good.
She's level 10. She can handle herself.
She can!
Kind of.
Much like we can for the most part, too, but still like, ooh. Giving me a second so my skills could respawn, or recharge would be nice. How careful, but yeah, this is why he's by himself, it's a level 10.
Yeah, he's in defensive stance.
Ah. Won't keep him alive for too long.
Even this, like, lower level ones are level 5, so...
Yeah,
I
there's some
imagine they
level...
could do the mission without us if they really had to.
Yeah,
Which is
I would...
probably intentional, because you might be doing this at level 2 or 3.
That's true, yeah. I hadn't thought about that, because otherwise it's like, yeah, this would be a little bit problematic.
Yeah, all of the secondary ones kind of have to balance around the fact that you might be going in with, like, basically no skills.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, mainly the Witch and Wizard are the scary ones, is what I'm realizing here.
Oh, these are levels. Yeah, wizards are level 6.
Yeah.
Or at least this one is.
Oh, here comes the Spirit Rift. Honestly, as long as people are spread out when a Spirit Rift comes down, it's not too bad. It's mainly just when people are stacked on top of each other for multiple Spirit Rifts.
It did half the health of both of the Necromancer
I
level 5 guys.
saw, like, dang. I think that's all of it? Or most of it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Audience with Master Togo. Well, we'll worry about that later, because we... I don't assume we can turn in an audience with Master Togo. That would be...
You
I
actually
kind of wish...
can.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
You love to see it. You love to see it. I guess we can just exit from here. Because K1, it'll take a while. Lei Sha, we'll take... Kanoku... So like all the other ones except for the Ritualist one we can do next time.
Yeah.
They're just in the next area, but it's figured, you know, why don't we go ahead and at least take care of the Ritualist one for you.
Yeah. We do sort of have to walk past it next time anyways, but I'm not opposed to doing it or waiting.
That's right. Thank you for the lurk, Father. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's mainly just because we got 12 minutes, and that's the only reason why I'm thinking that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a problem with it, honestly.
Yeah, but if you notice to our west, if you pull up the bigger map, there's that like snaking path.
Yeah.
And that is full of higher level enemies and also you're forced to go down it as the ranger like trial.
Oh, are you? Interesting.
Yeah. Well, you're not even forced to do the quest, but you have to follow like 2 people and a panda, and the people can die very easily.
Okay. So
in
what I'm hearing
later
is
portions of that quest.
what I'm hearing is we're saving the Ranger one for last.
Well,
Just a,
you don't.
Good.
It's like it's only available if your primary is ranger.
Okay.
So it's
So
like an optional certification thing that we talk about.
gotcha. So nothing we really have to worry about, thankfully. So that, yeah, because I know that area with over there definitely can be problematic. The Crimson Skull definitely, yeah.
It's almost worth considering waiting until you're completely done with the area so that you can be a little bit over leveled.
Yeah, like at least level 10, I'd say, because then some of the bosses, as we saw, you'd still be a little low for, but at least you probably would feel confident enough that it wouldn't be anything too crazy, honestly.
Ooh, a shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got your shield.
Yeah, I need to do some juggling, get it into place because my inventory just filled up.
Ah, fair. Eventually, Weapon of Warden will be pretty decent. It's just at the moment it's too underleveled to do too terribly much as its main problem currently. But it does give a 50% chance to block, so that's not bad, honestly.
There we go.
Nice. Alright, I guess we can turn these in, and, yeah. I guess we can turn to the audience with Master Togo for the time being, too, because you don't have to, actually finish it for the time being, then we can get... What?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can finish them and then finish the other quests.
Okay. So
I've only ever tried turning it in when I'm done with everything.
Fair, so probably a better idea just to wait to play it safe, which I'm fine with.
We are able to turn in the 2 quests we did, though, and whatever pest control needs to be done next.
Yeah.
And now we've got a belt couch, which is very important for me and less important for you.
Less important, but still appreciated. Yeah, I was gonna say, especially doing another pre-Syrian character, it's like, man, I really wish I had more inventory space at the moment. It's not quite the same, but at the same time, it's like, it's somewhat equivalent to.
Yeah, it's very equivalent. Basically, every pre-Syrian character, other than being able to use bonus, is like a Melandru's light.
Yeah. So at least you can still trade with people unless you do Melangers, yeah. So we probably have enough time to do one last quest if you want to do the Kappa one real quickly. Now that we've got... Yeah. Let me just grab a merchant real quickly. So I can, identify some stuff. Probably should start salvaging, too. Oh, yeah, I guess I do have some of that in my inventory. Didn't think about that till now.
This warrior strength attack is really interesting. If you hit, you deal extra damage, but if you don't hit because you were blocked, they get knocked down and take 20 damage, so it's still like
Hey,
you hit.
I was gonna say, it sounds like it's win-win either way.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like,
you block? Yeah, you blocked me? Alright, get knocked down, nerd.
and I know how obnoxious blocks can get, so I think I'm
Blocks?
gonna
Yeah,
replace something.
I would. Yeah, blocks can be quite annoying indeed, honestly. Hmm. I'll teleport this over to Sume Village if you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Just wanted to double check before I started doing it. I can get rid of my starter ritualist wand. I don't even need that at all.
Yeah, and you can't, like, sell it or anything.
Nah, I wish you could salvage it, but you can't. It is what it is, though. As I say, with this, I should hit level 8 at the very least, too, so... I'm hoping since we have the warrior and the ritualist ones both done for both of us now, that should go ahead and keep us pretty close on track for experience as well.
Yeah, I am at 152 away from next level.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty close then, so...
Oh, I didn't notice they were. Oh no, that was a henchman.
Mhm.
I thought
Oh,
there was
fair.
like post-quest dialogue that he was just spurting out randomly.
He could be, to be fair, honestly, I understand. Alright, I think that's about all we have time for, so I will head on out if that's alright with you.
Yep, it was nice to play with you again.
It was nice to play with you. I'm looking forward to Sunday, but really looking forward to doing more,
When I was a young
I'm gonna pause that right now. Well, somebody's trying to make people upset. I just noticed the latest video has Guild Wars as the worst MMO ever. It's like, neat, okay. I can just discard your opinion right away from the title. Very cool.
Is it the worst MMO ever series by
Probably, yeah.
Josh and some? I forget, Josh Strife Hayes or something. I think he calls all MMOs like the worst ever, but then explains it's like a click clickbait thing that he does.
Oh, I believe it, but I mean, on the one hand, good job for the algorithm. On the other hand, listen, I'm not going to support clickbait. Sorry. But yeah, that's fair. All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday. Yeah. So thank you for joining me again, Tyler.
Yep. Thank you as well.
Of course. You have a good night. God bless.
Yep.
Bye. Oh. I'm trying to disconnect. There we go. Eventually, it will let me disconnect. Just took a little bit. One second, chat, then we'll read. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm really getting distracted now because I'm looking over here at some stuff and just getting absolutely distracted in my brain. Okay. Yeah, that was a good start. Honestly, the fact we're level 8 much faster than Prophecies. We haven't even done the first mission yet for factions, and it's going to be a little bit of time. I would expect we don't see factions first mission until we hit level 10. Going to be honest, maybe even level 11, because it's like we have another 2,400 experience right there. Then we have another 6,000, so 8,400 experience. That'll be level 9. And then as long as we can turn all these in, that'll go ahead and be another 600 experience each. So, but we're going to go ahead and end by reading the Catechism. And I will be back tomorrow with... What am I going to be back with tomorrow? Xenoblade Chronicles X. There we go. That'll be during the day. I didn't... Today, just... kind of had a slow morning, which is fine. I had physical therapy. And I was going to stream in the day, and then I didn't. Probably should have. But, hey, at least we streamed tonight. And thank you again, Tyler, for helping me with that. It's always a pleasure to go ahead and play with him. But let's go ahead and read from the Catechism. We'll read pages 601 through 603. Starting with paragraph 2502. So, let's see. Sacred art is true and beautiful when its form corresponds to its particular vocation, evoking and glorifying, in faith and adoration, the transcendent mystery of God, surpassing invisible beauty of truth, and love visible in Christ, who reflects the glory of God and bears the very stamp of his nature, in whom the whole fullness of deity dwells bodily. The spiritual beauty of God is reflected in the most holy Virgin Mother of God, the angels and saints. Genuine sacred art draws man to adoration, to prayer, and to the love of God, Creator and Savior, the Holy One and Sanctifier. For this reason, bishops, personally or through delegates, should see to the promotion of sacred art, old and new in all its forms, and with the same religious care. Remove from the liturgy and from places of worship everything which is not in conformity with the truth of faith and the authentic beauty of sacred art. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Christ's disciples have put on the new man, created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness. Truth or truthfulness is the virtue which consists in showing oneself true in deeds, and truthful in words, and guarding against duplicity, dissimulation, and hypocrisy. The Christian is not to be ashamed of testifying to our Lord, in deed and word. Martyrdom is the supreme witness given to the truth of the faith. Respect for the reputation and honor of persons forbids all detraction and calumny in word or attitude. Lying consists in saying what is false with the intention of deceiving one's neighbor. An offense committed against the truth requires reparation. The golden rule helps one discern, in concrete situations, whether or not it would be appropriate to reveal the truth to someone who asks for it. The sacramental seal is inviolable. Professional secrets must be kept. Confidences prejudicial to another are not to be divulged. Society has a right to information based on truth, freedom, and justice. One should practice moderation and discipline in the use of the social communications media. The fine arts, but above all sacred art of their nature, are directed toward expressing in some way the infinite beauty of God and works made by human hands. Their dedication to the increase of God's praise and of his glory is more complete, the more exclusively they are devoted to turning men's minds devoutly toward God. And now we are going to cover the 9th commandment. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his manservant, or his maidservant, or his ox, or his ass, or anything that is your neighbor's. Everyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. St. John distinguishes 3 kinds of covetousness, or concupiscence: lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life. In the Catholic catechetical tradition, the 9th commandment forbids carnal concupiscence. The 10th forbids coveting another's goods. Etymologically, concupiscence can refer to any intense form of human desire. Christian theology has given it a particular meaning: the movement of the sensitive appetite contrary to the operation of the human reason. The Apostle St. Paul identifies it with the rebellion of the flesh against the spirit. Concupiscence stems from the disobedience of the first sin. It unsettles man's moral faculties, and without being in itself an offense, inclines man to commit sins. Because man is a composite being, spirit and body, there already exists a certain tension in him. A certain struggle of tendencies between spirit and flesh develops. But in fact, this struggle belongs to the heritage of sin. It is a consequence of sin, and at the same time a confirmation of it. It is part of the daily experience of the spiritual battle. The Apostle, it is not a matter of despising and condemning the body, which with the spiritual soul constitutes man's nature and personal subjectivity. Rather, he is concerned with the morally good or bad works, or better, the permanent dispositions, virtues and vices, which are the fruit of submission in the first case, or of resistance, in the second case, to the saving action of the Holy Spirit. For this reason, the Apostle writes, "If we live by the Spirit, let us also walk by the Spirit." The heart is the seat of moral personality. Out of the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, fornication. The struggle against carnal covetousness entails purifying the heart and practicing temperance. Remain simple and innocent, and you will be like little children who do not know the evil that destroys man's life. The 6th Beatitude proclaims, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." Pure in heart refers to those who have attuned their intellects and wills to the demands of God's holiness, chiefly in 3 areas: charity, chastity, or sexual rectitude, love of truth, and orthodoxy of faith. There is a connection between purity of heart, of body, and of faith. The faithful must believe the articles of the Creed, so that by believing they may obey God, by obeying may live well, by living well may purify their hearts, and with pure hearts may understand what they believe. The pure in heart are promised they will see God face to face and be like him. Purity of heart is the precondition of the vision of God. Even now enables us to see according to God, to accept others as neighbors. It lets us perceive the human body, ours and our neighbors, as a temple of the Holy Spirit, a manifestation of divine beauty. Baptism confers on its recipient the grace of purification from all sins, but the baptized must continue to struggle against concupiscence of the flesh and disordered desires. With God's grace he will prevail. By the virtue and gift of chastity, for chastity lets us love with upright and undivided heart. By purity of intention, which consists in seeking the true end of man. With simplicity of vision, the baptized person seeks to find and to fulfill God's will in everything. By purity of vision, external and internal, by discipline of feelings and imagination, by refusing all complicity and impure thoughts that incline us to turn aside from the path of God's commandments. Appearance arouses yearning in fools. By prayer. I thought that continence arose from one's own powers, which I did not recognize in myself. I was foolish enough not to know that no one can be continent unless you grant it. But you will surely have granted it if my inner groaning had reached your ears, and I with firm faith had cast my cares on you. And that will be that for the Catechism today. We will go ahead and, as I said, have Xenoblade Chronicles X tomorrow, along with Paul of Tarsus. I'm going to see if anybody's live. They may not be. Or what they're playing, too. There's 2 people. You know what? Okay. It's been a while. We haven't raided Zerg in a while. We're going to go ahead and raid Zerg. So yeah. raid call is raid to the max. So I will see you guys later. I know that I think Father has pointed out technically raid to the max isn't accurate, but raid from the max works. So, you know, it works out in the end, honestly. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and raid. Yeah, it looks like we might have... Well, you know what? It's still nice to just go ahead and support each other. We're going to raid them anyways. We're going to do that right now. Following... I was going to say, I don't like raiding with small groups, but at the same time, you know, it really is just important to support one another. We're going to raid into them. I am second-guessing myself. I got to stop second-guessing myself. I do that way too much, and that's not beneficial. So, we're going to go ahead, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you very much for being here. God bless and Pax Ut Bonum.